fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. Greg here, and today I have for you, Hollywood never learns the right lesson. What do I mean by that? Well, we're going to get into this because I recently saw, and I'm sure a lot of you may have saw that Netflix is going to be rebooting The Little House on the Prairie. I actually did see in one article it described as a reimagining of the series, because reboots and reimaginings always turn out so right in today's modern age, right? Right? And Netflix is one of the worst. I can't stand Netflix. But as always, Hollywood never learns the right lesson. What do I mean by that? What does the reboot reimagining of Little House on the Prairie has to do with that? Well, if you're wondering why it's getting a reboot reimagining in the first place, and what I'm talking about here is, I'm gonna throw this up right here. As you can see, Little House on the Prairie is actually being watched massively. The original series is by over 13 billion views, minutes being streamed on Peacock, by the way. And also you can see there that Gunsmoke, the original TV series Gunsmoke, is also getting like over 10 billion minute views on streaming as well too. These shows, along with a lot of classic TV shows and older TV shows, you may have noticed, are being watched in some cases more than most new streaming services. Period. I actually did a video not too long ago where like the top 10 streaming series were like all old TV series. You know, it was like Friends and Suits and Seinfeld, I think, was on there. Maybe I can't remember all of them. Gilmore Girls and like older shows like this as well. They were all being watched more, streaming more minutes than a lot of new TV series. So Hollywood, not learning the right lesson here, saw that, right? The Netflix, Hollywood studios, whatever you want to call it, it's not even really studios anymore because streamers aren't studios. Whatever you want to call it, they're not learning the right lesson here. They saw that, so they said, Little House on the Prairie is being watched a lot. So you know what we need to do? We need to reboot it, remake it, and we'll make a new series. And then that way, the new series of Little House on the Prairie will be the new most watched show, won't it? No, I will guarantee you the new reboot, reimagining of Little House on the Prairie will not be watched more than the original series, because they're taking the wrong lesson from this, because they're seeing that and has so many people watching that, so they assume that if they just slap the name Little House on the Prairie on there and make a show similar to that people watch it. So now when you look up Little House on the Prairie and everything, it's all digital in the digital world. So when you search and stream, the Netflix will come up first, and so they're hoping those clicks will lead to their show more than clicks to the Peacock rerunning the original series. They never learn, because they don't understand that people are rewatching Little House on the Prairie, Gunsmoke, and all these older shows because they enjoy them and they love those older shows. Those older shows remind them of a time. It's nostalgic. It takes them back, or maybe they've never seen them, or they've heard these shows, how good they were, because they're fed up with modern entertainment, because modern entertainment is trash. 9 times out of 10, most modern new TV shows or movies suck. There is still good new stuff out there. I won't lie about that, because there is still good new stuff out there. It's just getting very hard to find. And Hollywood and the studios, these streamers, they're so afraid to take a chance on originality, or even trying to create a new show in the vein of Little House on the Prairie, just making a show like, oh, this is set in the olden times, similar to Little House on the Prairie. No, they need that name, because that name is what sells. That name is what's going to get them the clicks. That name is what's going to get them people to turn their head and go, what's this? Right? So if they would just say, we're making a show similar to Little House on the Prairie, and it's going to be called Small Cabin on the Prairie or something, Small Cabin on the lawn or something like that, something, so and it's going to be similar to that, but it's not going to be the same. It's just going to take some of the themes, and we're going to monitor. They're afraid to do that, and that's what they're going to do in the first place. Is that's what the show's going to be, and I guarantee you it's going to suck. It's going to suck. But that's why they're so, they don't really care about the storytelling and anything anymore. It's all about that quick content, instant flick. They want the money maker, they want the name brand, they want the name recognition, because that's all that matters to modern day studio streaming executives in Hollywood. And I think once again, they're taking the wrong lesson, because they're not looking at the fact, why are people watching Little House on the Prairie more than new streaming series? Why are people watching Gunsmoke more than new streaming series? And I'm sure you've noticed this. If you really notice, listen, because like Suits was huge on streaming, huge. There's a new Suits TV show. It's a spinoff. It's going to be on NBC and it's going to be streamed on Peacock. Why? Why? Because they saw the name Suits and they saw how well it was being watched, so they're going to capitalize off of that and try to make a new Suits. But they don't understand that also in some form that the people like the original actors, they like the original storylines, they like the original setting, right? It doesn't mean that some of these new stuff, remakes, reboots, won't be successful or something. Some cases are. And like I said, you've seen it. They're doing it with Suits. They did it with Frasier, but Frasier only lasted 2 seasons because a lot of these older series and stuff are taking off, and that's why you're getting constant reboots, reimaginings, legacy sequels, and bringing back. They're trying to recapture that in some essence, but really they just want that name brand recognition. And seriously, who wanted a Little House on the Prairie reboot? Nobody. You know why? Because they want to watch the original series. They want to go back and watch the original series. And it wouldn't surprise me if not here long after this, we hear that they're going to be remaking Gunsmoke, right? Because Gunsmoke was also one of those newly top watched shows. These are for 2024, by the way. The video I made where I talked about those shows was like, I think early 2024, and it was like 2023 watch, whatever, the video I made a while back. But it would not surprise me. Now, see, the thing with Gunsmoke, though, is not that I want a remake of it, but if you tap into that Yellowstone, Yellowstone, the Landman, and Tulsa King audience, it would like that, you'd probably do something with Gunsmoke. Not that I would want it, but you probably could. And that would make a little more sense than Little House on the Prairie. But yes, it's going to be a reboot, reimagining, and Hollywood did not learn their lesson. They don't understand why those shows are being watched more than the new series. Because these shows, some of these older shows are out viewing Disney Plus and Netflix. I think, Netflix shows, Disney Plus shows, and other shows. So if I was them, I would be more focusing on, propping up the original series and then trying to create something original with maybe the same similar ideals, but like I said, they're afraid to create originality. I don't think originality is dead. I just think they're afraid to give a chance on originality and maybe using that ideal, because like even also I heard today that they're remaking The Faculty from the 90s. They're going to remake The Faculty, which is dumb because The Faculty in and of itself is sort of a take on Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So just instead of doing that, just I guess they've exhausted Invasion of the because Invasion of the Body Snatchers has been remade like 3 or 4 times itself. So now they're just going to remake the remake of it's just all nonsense. And there's even going to be a prequel series to Legally Blonde. Who wants to? It's all about name recognition. Hollywood will never learn their lesson. Nobody wants these prequels, remakes, legacy sequels. They want originality. They're fed up. That's why they're watching these original old classic TV shows and movies. And that's why they're being streamed and watched more and bought more on physical media than anything new. I mean, 7 on 4K outsold anything new. Any new movie coming out on Blu-ray 4K outsold the movie 7. Because people would much rather watch those original classics than any of the new crap they're being fed today. And when you see that and they would say, hey, let's remake it, reboot, reimagine what these people are watching, they're missing the point. Hollywood has lost the plot and they will never learn. Let me know what you guys' thoughts about all this in the comments section down below. Your thoughts, comments, leave them all to me down below. Or hey, and if you're excited for a Little House on the Prairie reboot, cool, leave that down below. I'm not. I don't care. Hollywood and Netflix can go suck it for all I care. I hate Netflix. But let me hear your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. And if you liked what you saw here, maybe consider hitting that like button or subscribing, hit that bell for notifications. That'd be awesome if you're in your guys' subscriptions, or possibly share the video for everybody to see, or join and become a channel member, because that would help out my channel immensely. Thank you, and shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for being channel members here and for all of your support. And to everybody watching, whether you like me, hate me, or like this video, or hated this video, I thank you for sticking this along. Wherever you all are, please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Always support physical media, because truly, physical media is the superior format. Godspeed.